Sharks are one of the most feared animals of the sea. But today, sharks have more to fear from us than we have from them. That's because around the world, sharks are being fished in record numbers. But here in Fiji, we have the chance to make sure these creatures who hold an important place in our culture and economy are protected far into the future. Together, let's ensure a hopeful future for Fiji sharks.
Made up of over 300 islands, Fiji, for many years, has been the hub of commercial and tourism travels in the Pacific. With a population of over 900,000, the Fijians are characterized by their cheerful attitude, their famed hospitality, and colorful tradition. Like many Pacific islands, the Fijians value marine life as a source of living. Their bond to the sea is well known, as their feats of daring and proficient seamanship has become the stuff of legends in these Melanesian isles. After 3,000 years of settling in these islands, the Fijian of today still clings to the conviction that he has a spiritual connection to the sea and its inhabitants, most notably the king of the ocean, the shark. This connection Fijians have with sharks will be critical to the future of sharks, not only in Fiji, but around the world. Sharks are facing a global crisis. Can Fiji save sharks and ensure a healthy marine ecosystem for generations to come? Yes, that is the hope. Sharks have been swimming in our oceans for over 400 million years, well before dinosaurs roamed the earth. They are apex predators, keeping a balance to their environment, specifically the reef ecosystem.
In the Caribbean and the South Pacific, studies have shown that if the large sharks are taken away, then what happens is that the next level of predators just start to overpopulate the reef. So you get many more barracudas, snappers, maybe some groupers. When there's too many of these, what happens is that they eat the small fish that are the herbivores. These are the ones that are eating the seaweeds on the reef. So if there are not enough herbivores on the reef, then what happens is that seaweeds will overgrow the reef and the corals will die. So it's a slightly more complicated chain of events, but it basically goes no sharks, too many second-level predators, no herbivores, too much seaweed, no coral. So the consequence, very simply, of taking sharks away is eventually dead coral reefs. Dead coral reefs, no fish at all. It's a very serious consequence.
So the truth is that a reef without sharks is a sick reef. And Fiji really relies on healthy reefs for tourism and for food. So it's extremely important that Fiji protects its sharks.
Kita usahawan din tal-salta tu kan ni sabia bonua dakina na kana nangoli na bonua sinimaru kina sasanga mayo bombo te benga se tigo benak. Batani o kemuni ni se maroro irasat. O keni na ada bosa mana sabia baki rumo ko na kena sa Ratu mbuta sa tu na long line ni lomo ni dakau e te kusango mai Cuba melawa da kai kamba e motoriki o balau na bi e atu anu na lo mai bit.
Sharks are slow growing, slow to mature, and produce few young. And unlike other species of fish that lay thousands and millions of eggs, sharks are unable to replenish their population when they are fished.
For example, grey reef sharks like to swim in our passages and have their babies. Black-tip reef sharks will come to the lagoons and up to the shallows to be babies and to feed when they're very young. The bull sharks we know come up the rivers in Fiji. This is a very important place for them. And things like the hammerhead sharks, which are endangered in Fiji and the rest of the world, are found to have their babies in the river mouths in places like Nandi and in Lalabalavu Bay. So we can see that Fiji is very important to the sharks because many of them will breed or come here to be young.
Around the world, shark populations are diminishing dramatically. Fiji still has a relatively high number of sharks, helping to ensure the beautiful reefs that form the basis of a thriving tourism economy.
Leaders of coastal nations are finding that sharks are worth more alive than dead. In Palau, in the Western Pacific, a recent study found that each reef shark contribute $179,000 to the local economy each year. What this means is that over the lifetime of a single shark, over $2 million is contributed to the local economy.
There's a real economic value of sharks. A lot of the people who come to Fiji may only come, they think, to sit on a beach or look under a palm tree, but most of them go snorkeling, or they experience the world of the reef using the glass-bottom boats. So most people are getting in the water in some way. Of course, we have many divers who come to Fiji specifically to go diving. Everybody who is using the reef for recreation purposes like this is wildly excited if they get to see a shark. Some people come to Fiji specifically to go diving with sharks.
Well, this is my second time. I was here last September and I enjoyed it so much. So I came back with a friend who I wanted to experience a shark dive.
Fiji waters are the best place to dive because, one, the water's warmer, she says, and of course we see the sharks, which is wonderful, and the soft corals are beautiful, and so are all the fish.
Hey, my name's Lou. I'm from the UK and this is my first time to Fiji, and the shark dive was absolutely incredible. Thoroughly loved it. We saw massive bull sharks, lemon sharks, loads of different species, and it was absolutely incredible.
But all this is at risk if we continue to devalue these amazing animals. In spite of the stigma of danger and mysticism that surrounds the shark, many Fijians are not aware that the ocean's greatest hunter is in fact being hunted by nature's most feared predator, man. Research has shown that over 73 million sharks are killed each year.
And what this means is that all of these shark fins are being sent to Asia, where they're used as an ingredient in something called shark fin soup. Now, these sharks aren't being just caught near Asia and Hong Kong and Singapore, where the soup is being consumed. They're being caught all over the world, especially here in the Pacific. There isn't a lot of data for the amount of sharks that are being killed in Fiji for their fins or for their meat or for other purposes like shark liver oil, but we do know that there is a lot of shark fishing going on. We were able to obtain a video of a shark fin trader who promised the buyer 1 ton of shark fin per month every month.
They catch the shark with the tuna, and then what happens to the shark?
The shark is back to the sea.
It's right out to the sea. Because it's not worth money?
No, nothing. He only take the fin, only that one.
So what about quantity? Could you deliver, how many kilos could we get, let's say,
1 month.
in 1 month? Yeah.
We have only 1 month, maybe 1 ton.
1 ton.
1 ton?
That's a lot of sharks. That's not 1 ton of shark. That's 1 ton of shark fin, slicing off the fin and discarding the body. A lot of the sharks are being caught from the long lining vessels, and this is an issue of both unwanted bycatch and targeted bycatch. The price of shark fins has gone up dramatically over the last several years, and this has increased the demand for shark fins. And so what we're seeing is where the demand or the supply of shark fins from the longline bycatch might have been enough in years past, the demand has gone up so much that the suppliers of shark fins are scouring the Pacific and catching as many sharks as they can. And this has led to a precipitous drop in the number of sharks still swimming in our ocean.
Muna dubsano kya libuna waga ni kitchen do kelmai libuna waga kelmai rani limuna tani cinna tani ngyo di batana luria yo konna kenna tuki toa era do musuka vida sando kotu me mrele volta konna korojikana brown sulegu kunanan raw cinnan dol don ke kona kabul bula ko be cinan donan raw cinkelim nan dol yo kona hemahet ko sulu sa bebida wa kona simberni ko tindo mille bulta na brown ga bat kena bulbul sando ko tu yo roma tami lo kya me dona tangana tuk to me ono na tangana tuk to me dona me tete me dona tanga suka e kini so dona tanga suka on na tanga na tuk to ya ke kalori be la ba sa be civi tigo na roso bulundul arli rawtira me dona tanga suka ko bi tsunga na kini so.
Fortunately, Fiji's cultural connection with sharks could be what saves them. The shark is traditionally a totem fish for some Itauki clans in Fiji. They are revered and reserved a special place in their culture.
And sharks is not only a totem, but it means a lot to the Manoa Lalabalavu in terms of an existing tribe that exists within Manoa called Benau, or namely goes by the name of Benau. They have this very unique relationship with this fish which is known as shark. And since time immemorial, we have protected this relationship. Our position is Lalabalavu, together with the people of Benau, looking after sharks. We don't eat sharks.
There is another shark god that is said to dwell in the seas of Yanova Island. It is said that he was a human before he took the form of a shark.